Hi, everybody. I want to just talk a bit about the whole energetic field, law of attraction, that kind of thing, because one of the things I think has happened is I think that there are a number of people, and I think sometimes for me, I did the same, that you just kind of go, oh, it's just so hard, and oh, I've got all these, unconscious things that I've got to get rid of to really do better, and oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And I think that can actually keep you down, because what I find is, and I've done this probably for the last 2 or 3 weeks especially, is as I continue to move forward, then I get more and more of, okay, that's good, that's what I need to do, and oh, okay, that's an action step that I need to take. And sometimes there are actions, it's like, well, though I don't think it is the right action, but at least it's something that I've done, and I thought, okay, it's not what I'm going to be doing. And so I think that for many of us, we can sometimes keep just the unconscious stuff and thinking, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get rid of it and how it's going to help, and that's just going to keep you down. And so what I found, and I know that 2 or 3 years ago, when I was really doing it really, in a real good way, that I found the same. It was like when I started moving forward and saying, okay, so what is it that I'm going to do? And many times those of us who are looking to the next step, we don't really know. There's a lot of things that we don't know what's going to work or how it's going to work and that kind of thing. So it can be a bit uncomfortable, but that's the next step. And also the thing that I found is, I have said now again that everything that I've done so far is in the past. So I can move forward and look at something totally different and know that I'm doing something totally different, and just keep looking on the path, and certainly looking at the energetic field, but also taking action. And I think taking that action is what can help you move the steps forward. And I know that I've said this to you before. It's like, take the action that are kind of the ones that are possibly, what are going to the next step. So it's not just taking action and doing nothing, or taking action that's kind of crazy, but it's looking at, okay, so what is the action that I can take? And I know that for me sometimes it's like just saying, okay, I'll make a phone call. I'll just call one person and see if that's something that I'm able to do, or look at something that might be a business thing that I could do in October, and that kind of thing. So I think it's saying, look at the action, that yes, it's the law of attraction and it's the energetic field, and we know that that's part of what it is. But I think many times, and I've just seen this with people, and I know that a group that I had a couple of years ago, I now look back at it and I think there were some people who are just going, oh no, I just can't do it. It's so hard, and I've got to work out the self-conscious stuff. And yet when you really move forward, it's like then the self-conscious stuff really seems to kind of just disappear, and you just keep moving forward and forward. So I think that's a really important part of what you're doing in your business and in your energetic field, because otherwise it's just going to keep staying, oh, I can't do that, and oh, I'm just so, this is just such a difficult thing. Whereas if you say, yeah, that's a difficult thing, or I know that this has been really a hard thing for me to do, but then look at what you are going to do to take the next step, and then take it from there. Because I do think that is really part of what we will be saying and doing. And we know that when we look at the next step, many times it is like it's an unearthed path. So it's like you don't really know what it is, but you know that is the next step. And I think part of it also is saying, yeah, the next step, when you move forward, there will be times when it's totally it's totally like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, or I don't know how I'm working this, because it's just, what am I doing next? So sometimes that has to happen, to get to the next step. So it's not all just, oh, moving forward and having it be comfortable. Sometimes you have to, when you're moving to the next step and when you're moving up to the whatever the next thing is, you don't know what it is. And there are times when you think, I know a little bit of it, but until you actually see it happen, it's really something that you really have to just say, well, I'll just take one step at a time. And so I think that's a really important part of it, because I think sometimes with the law of attraction, people go, oh no, it's always going to be easy and that kind of thing. But I actually think when we move forward and when we go to the next step, sometimes it won't be easy, because it's like, okay, now I have to look at what the next level is. Now, saying that, yes, the next level, sometimes you are saying, I've got to look at the energetic field because I'm here, but I need to get here. And so it is about, looking at, what you can do to then look at the next step. But I think it's about saying that, as opposed to just, getting, keep saying, oh, I'm just not, I just have to keep getting the unconscious stuff, and it's just so difficult. And so I think that's, what I'm saying is, yeah, we know, with the energetic field, you go from depression up to joy. And so you can stay at depression, or you can keep moving forward. And sometimes you don't move right up to joy, but you can say, okay, well, I'm not going to continue to be depressed. I'm going to look at the next thing. It might be I look at angry, and I look at this, and I look at that, and you keep moving up. And then as you keep doing it, it will get, it will move up, and then you'll move to whatever the next step is that you're going to be moving, in the energetic field. So I think that's a really important part of it, because I think sometimes with, like The Secret and some of that other stuff, I don't think it really talked about action. I think it talked a lot about, the internal stuff and the energetic field and everything, and that's a certain part of it. But we do need to take action, and we do need to take action and, look at the business and look at what we're going to do, and then, keep following on. And, I know for me, my next step is going to be, it's a total different perspective than what I've been doing in the past. So the past is no longer what I'm going to do. And so I need to say, yep, I will just keep moving forward and keep looking at what is it that I'm going to be doing next. And I think what part of it starts with gratitude. And I think when you start looking at your gratitude and what's going on, and, a lot of us have said, you look at what you're doing right now, and you look at what is going on right now, and how good it is, because then you move on to, what the next step is. So I do think it's a really important part to say, yep, all of us have, things that are challenging or difficult or whatever, but if you keep that down, then it's never gonna get higher. And I think that even, like with me, there are times when I would go, oh my God, it's just such a difficult thing, or oh, the self-conscious stuff. But if I stay there, then it's just going to keep doing it over and over again. So I think it's really saying, yep, no, I know that, that's a difficult thing for me, but I'm going to move forward and make sure that I get the right provision, and that I'm also talking to other people who are actually already doing the right thing. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I think that, it's an important thing and an important step. And I think that, some of us just keep going down and down and down, and it really doesn't do any help. So hopefully that helps you. And I'll probably be doing more videos, in the next few weeks, and we'll talk about various things about business, about the energetic field, and how that works together.